Andrea Bargnani wasn't a complete bust, but he definitely wouldn't go first in a 2006 NBA redraft. We've got him dropping to number 12. But LaMarcus Aldridge, who was the second pick, does move up to the top spot. He leads this draft class in points, rebounds, and all-star appearances with 7. But then we have our first real bust at number 3 with Adam Morrison. He only ended up playing 3 seasons in the NBA, so he drops to the bottom tier to 34th. Then 4th and 5th were a couple of picks that were just okay, Tyrus Thomas and Sheldon Williams. They dropped to 22nd and 23rd. But then at pick 6, we have one of the most difficult players to redraft, Brandon Roy. Obviously, his career was derailed by injuries, but his first 5 seasons were excellent. He won Rookie of the Year and made 3 All-Star teams, so ultimately he slides over to number 7. And then Randy Foye drops a few spots to the middle tier, and then another solid pick at 8 with Rudy Gay. A prolific scorer, he jumps up a few spots to 5th in this second tier. Then 2 more busts at 9 and 10 with Patrick O'Bryant and Mohamed Sane, but then another solid pick at 11 with JJ Redick. He played for 15 seasons in the league, and he rises to 6th in our redraft. And then after Hilton Armstrong, there were 2 more solid picks at 13 and 14 with Thabo Sefolosha and Ronnie Brewer. Sefolosha jumps a few spots to 10th. And then from 15th all the way down to 20th, we had a run of underwhelming picks, all of whom fall into the bottom 2 tiers. Moving on, at 21, we have one of the more unique players from this draft, Rajon Rondo. A 2-time champion, 4-time All-Star, and 4-time All-Defense, he rises significantly all the way to number 3. And then after 2 more forgettable picks, we have another elite point guard, Kyle Lowry. And like Rondo, Lowry was an integral part of a championship team with the 2019 Raptors. The 6-time All-Star vaults into the top tier to 2nd, just behind LaMarcus Aldridge. And then to finish out the first round, there were 3 more decent picks from 25th to 27th, Shannon Brown, Jordan Farmar, and Sergio Rodriguez, and then 3 more forgettable picks from 28th to 30th. So that completes the first round, and we're not going to go through the entire second round, but there were quite a few noteworthy players to bring in. So first, Solomon Jones and Leon Powe both rise a little into the 4th tier, and then Craig Smith, Boobie Gibson, and Ryan Hollins all rise into the latter half of the middle tier. But then Steve Novak and PJ Tucker, who were the 32nd and 35th picks, both rise into the middle tier as well, with Novak jumping up to 14th and Tucker rising all the way to number 8, to the top of tier 3. And finally, the biggest steal of this draft was the 47th pick, Paul Millsap. A 4-time All-Star, Millsap rises all the way to the 2nd tier to 4th overall. Lastly, there were a few undrafted players to consider as well. JJ Barea, CJ Watson, and Lou Amundsen, all of whom rise into the 3rd tier. Barea slides in at number 9. Okay, so that'll do it for our 2006 NBA redraft. What do you think about this draft class? And who do you think we have too high and who's too low? Let me know in the comments.